Hey everybody, Mr. Toffee of Kakuchopurei here. The first half of 2021 is done and over with. So, I thought we'd ask each and every one of our gaming, editorial, and content creating pals from all around Southeast Asia about what their favorite games and moments of 2021 are so far. Think of it more as like a sanity check of sorts. So, here with me is Lex of Sirus Gaming, and yeah, he's been covering a lot of stuff all the way in Philippines. So, how are you doing, man? And how's life going on? How's life in 2021?
Hey John, 2021 has been really great so far for me because unlike last year, I know pandemic has always been the the thing that's been like pushing us all back from doing the things that we love. But I'm just happy that gaming still continued to a point where we're still able to have fun, connect with our friends during this pandemic, and I'm happy for that. But in 2021, it's more of like pretty interesting so far in terms about my personal life and as well as the growth of the site. But in terms about gaming, I'm pretty sure that this year is something that I'm actually waiting for, especially this November, and hopefully there's no delay for that game that I'm really waiting for.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can just bring that question forward. Like, what game are you looking forward to in November?
Wow. November. Well, I know that it's not yet like the set in stone release date, but it's expected. That's Halo Infinite.
Okay. They say holiday
Yeah.
2021, so yeah.
Yeah, so holiday. And the release window should be there, or October to December, right?
I'm actually surprised they announced that the multiplayer to be free to play, but at the same time, it's good for people to jump on board either on the PC version or on the console version of the game.
Yeah, I mean the battle pass idea there was really good, where you can just go back to previous seasons that you haven't really played, and then you can just unlock all the contents there. So I'm happy that they're gonna do that, but there are still, let's say, a little bit of a reservation from my end, where it's like I need to is there something else that we need to know? Because if they're gonna do that, unlike Apex, you can what do you call this, unlock Apex coins so that you have return of investment. You can just buy the next battle pass without spending anything. But how about in Halo Infinite? It's like you pay once and then what? You don't ever pay again.
I think
What?
that would be interesting. I mean, I don't know how is that going to work out because you're only paying money for the campaign. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing it would be smart if they can find some way for people who bought the campaign, they can actually get their return on investment to buy the first few battle passes first, and then the subsequent ones, which the ones that are probably announced for next year, will probably you have to pay money for that in the future. Maybe it could work that way. You pay upfront for a couple of battle passes through playing through the campaign mode and then go from there. But again, I don't own Microsoft, so I don't know how they're gonna work those plans out. But that's a good suggestion.
Yeah. And so I'm pretty excited for Halo Infinite later this year.
You know what's really cool? Just stealing weapons in front of people using a grappling hook in multiplayer.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be so fun.
It's gonna be trolly. So let's talk about your favorite picks of 2021 so far. From January all the way to June, there's a lot of games that came out, and you've probably reviewed a lot of them. And probably there are some that you still replay, outside of work. So definitely tell us what your picks are.
Well, 2021 is a little bit tricky, because there were a lot of games that came out, but there were also a lot of them that I'm really not, it didn't really click with me, even though I play them. But one thing was my top one at the moment is actually Ratchet and Clank. I mean, I'm a big fan of the franchise, and then while the gameplay feels almost the same, it's just that the familiarity and the nostalgia that you get from playing the game is actually there, and the impressive SSD capabilities and as well as the graphical fidelity of the game is just really amazing. I can't really say, or even let's say praise enough the game for something about the better story and how they introduce a really good new character, Rivet and Kit. I'm actually pretty excited for Kit, especially in the next few games. But aside from that, I would say what else? I would say Actually, Returnal is also a second one. I know these are, let's say, mostly Sony exclusives, but so far that's in terms about shooting. I mean, I think Returnal gives me like that Doom 5, the shooting mechanics. I'm not sure if you agree, but I just really want plainly shooting and mayhem, and that's what I get, especially for that's what I feel when I play Returnal. So that's why I'm having fun with the game. While it's quite frustrating when you see die and then suddenly just go back to the very start, lose all of your, let's say, upgrades, non-permanent upgrades like the extending of the health bar and everything. It's just frustrating in a way, but it's still fun. And then last one would probably be, it's only three. I would love to actually include um Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, but the problem there is that I didn't quite like the port that they made for the PS5.
Oh, what
But
happened?
because I mean, while it was great, I mean the there's actually no, it's barely noticeable, the changes, the improvements. Well, you can see it's a lot crisp, it's crystal clear, it performs well. There's just some things that in the 4K mode just really doesn't really stick out for me. Because probably I've already played the game on PC in ultra mode in 60 frames.
Okay,
Probably
then
that's the
you're
reason
spoiled.
why.
In other words, yeah, that
Exactly.
basically raised the bar. So when you play it on other consoles, like yeah, this needs to be on par with those settings, you know.
Exactly. I mean, we can't really expect too much from game consoles though, because obviously PC will always be the master race, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but definitely that. And yeah, I forgot a special mention to this game too, Star Wars Republic Commando. For years, we've been waiting for that game to come out on PlayStation
Yeah, it
and another
re-released this year,
platform.
right?
Yeah, like I'm pretty happy that Aspire, is that how you pronounce it? Aspire or Aspire Media went for to remake that game. And I've already heard that they're already working on a Knights of the Old Republic remake, and that's something I'm really excited for. Um and as well as obviously Star Wars, the open world Star Wars from Ubisoft. I mean, that Avatar game looks just wow. Project Snowdrop, the tech showcase, just blew my mind, honestly. But that's still, I don't want to put my hopes up, because you already know what happened to Watch Dogs way back, what, 2015.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, but
Ubisoft.
yeah, I know, right? But yeah, and probably the last one right now, which I'm really playing at the moment. I know it's an old game, but the new DLC content that came out, Sea of Thieves,
Oh, okay.
A Pirate's Life. It's really fun. I would definitely say it's worth it, and I'm glad that Microsoft and Disney had that partnership. So I would definitely say especially it's already on Game Pass too. So, so if you own an Xbox or a PC, then I highly recommend you to do Sea of Thieves, because it has grown a lot since its launch. I mean, it's like No Man's Sky in a way. Added more new contents, free to all people, and all those tall tales that I've definitely loved playing.
All right, awesome. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot, man, for joining me in this little awesome discussion about awesome video games of 2021. So before
Yeah.
we sign off, maybe you'd like to maybe plug your website and plug your channels and whatnot, like a little sign off for your site.
Sure. Thank you for that, John. So yeah, for if you guys want to read our reviews or even stay updated with the latest bits of industry news in the video game industry, go ahead and go to sirusgaming.com. That's SIRUS, then the word gaming.com. So we appreciate all the support, and thank you, John, for having me here. I'll definitely do the same thing for you later this year too, by year end. So I hope your schedule is free for that day too.
All right, no problem. Will do. Thanks, man.
Thank you, John.